Hello everyone, how are you all? My name is Aditi and I'm a professional designer for all of you watching me for the very first time, and today we are going to talk about design entrance exam during Diwali break. I know, not the best time of the year to discuss such dreadful things, but we have no choice, so let's just get through with it. I'll be sharing with you two very golden practice techniques in this video that were shared to me by my senior college professors. This is for everyone who is just getting started and you feel nervous, you've never had any kind of formal training for any kind of sketching, then this exercise will definitely help you out. And for this you need a newspaper, any newspaper, and you need a pencil, a sharp pencil. The game is very simple, guys. You have to look at the text and then you have to draw a clean line in that void space. There are just two rules to follow. Your pencil should not be touching either of the two text lines, and once you begin to draw, you cannot lift your pencil. Alright, so it has to be one attempt, single, straight, clean line. You can begin by attempting the narrow paragraphs, and once you begin to gain confidence, you can attempt for longer lines. Every day you must practice at least one side of the newspaper. This is the minimum quantity. If you have more time, nothing like it, and there's nothing known as too much practice, so you can keep going on and on, but consistency is what will make all the difference. Eventually what happens is you train your brain to draw straight lines, clean lines. No matter which exam you attempt, if your line quality is clean and crisp, it will help you get so many more marks. The second technique is for everyone who is new to storyboarding. You don't know how to storyboard, you don't know how to get started, and you simply don't know how to be creative, okay, without formal training. Then how do you do it at your home? You just need a simple comic. Just try and make sure that the comic book isn't too small. It should be at least A4, where you can see your graphics and your visuals very carefully. For example, I have Tintin here, but you can have any whatever cartoon you like. So you open your comic book, you look at the graphics very carefully, you take your time, no hurry, take your 5 minutes, absorb everything, you close your comic, pick out a paper and a pencil, and you sketch whatever you can remember. And for this you only have 15 minutes. Please do not cheat, because it will kill the practice exercise. Once the 15 minutes are done, you go back to the same page, and this time you can observe and sketch. So the first 15 minutes test your memory and the second one test your observation skills. This way you need to practice for at least 1 hour every single day. This is the minimum amount of practice. And of course, if you can afford more time, nothing like it. But you have to maintain this consistency for at least 7 to 10 days. At least 7 to 10 days. You will not only see a difference in your sketching skills, but also in your overall visualization ability. It works like magic. On the 10th day, we will move on to step 2, which is solving past year sample papers or question papers. For example, I've just picked out a random question from one of the previous papers. The question says, draw the following story sequentially in the given 3 frames and give a suitable title of the story. So the story is, one day a man was sitting under a big jamun tree and taking rest, suddenly noticed a great pumpkin creeper nearby. He was thinking the foolishness of God. He thought, the God gave such a small fruit to a big tree and such a big pumpkin to a fragile and thin creeper. He thought he would have appreciated God's wisdom if he would have done otherwise. Even as he was thinking this, a small jamun fruit fell on the man's head and startled him. Oh God! He then bowed down and continued to say, you are right. After all, if the big fruit like pumpkin had fallen from such a height, I would have surely been dead. This is a typical kindergarten story, I know, but we have no choice, and when we have a question, we have to give it our best. So how do we attempt something like this? Since this is a creative, this is a creative exam, there are no rules, there is no set strategy, but I can share a couple of techniques for you which will help you to get started. First of all, let's read the question very carefully. It says, draw the following story sequentially in the given 3 frames. Alright, you will have 3 boxes underneath, which means we need to divide this question into 3 subparts. Introduction, body, conclusion. Okay, now let's read the question again. One day a man was sitting under a big jamun tree and taking rest, and suddenly noticed a pumpkin creeper. This is part 1, this is introduction. The second frame should cover his confusion. He thought that God gave such a small fruit to a big tree and such a big pumpkin to a fragile and thin creeper. This small fruit to a big tree will be the highlight of the second frame. Third part is the conclusion. A small jamun fruit fell down on the man's head. Okay, this is the main action. Once you've mentally divided your story into 3 subparts, it will help you to draw with more clarity. Since we will be attempting this after our comic book exercise, this shouldn't be very challenging for you. But if at all you are still feeling nervous and you don't know where to get started, then you can use this amazing online tool called 123rf.com. It's a website which has a collection of thousands of stock pictures. The first part of our story is a man is sitting under a tree, right? So you will type the basic keywords in the search bar. Whatever image aligns with your story, we will save that image. Same method for second part, third part of the story. When the fruit is falling on the man's head, what does a falling fruit look like? What is the proportion? If you're not able to understand, just type in the basic keywords. You will have some graphics, some images, whatever fits best. Again, we save that image. Now your job is to manually replicate, sketch everything that you're looking on the screen. Manually drawing is very important. Please do not miss that step. Now, you must be thinking, Aditi, this is literally like copy pasting, and how is this going to help me in my exam? Actually, even to copy well, you require some amount of skill, some amount of observational skill and sketching ability. And copying is the primary step of many learners. So do not hesitate to copy. What you should be concerned about is not practicing. What happens apparently is, even when you're copying and you do this consistently for 10 days, 15 days, what happens down the line is you begin to look at your world very differently, because you get into the practice of looking at something and replicating it, looking at something and replicating it. Even when you look at your everyday life, all your everyday scenes, no matter where you're going, what you're doing, your brain will begin to register things very easily. A skill which is an absolute must, no matter which design exam you're attempting. So every day you need to attempt at least 1 hour for practicing some kind of sketching, whether it's newspaper, whether it's the comic book exercise. You need to pick up the pencil and you need to start working. I hope all of this was helpful to you. Just wanting to thank 123rf.com for sponsoring today's tutorial. They have a huge collection of stock images, stock footage, and now they also have some latest AI tools which can help you to edit, extend, remix, and also generate new images, along with several other interesting tools that you can check out at absolutely no cost within their 7-day free trial. So I'll add the link to their website. Do give it a try and let me know your experience. That's all I had for you guys in today's video. We finally made it to 100k. Feels surreal. When I started making videos, I thought this day would someday happen, but when it would happen, that you can't tell because it's so unpredictable. It's all in your control, but because of your support and your presence, eventually it happened, and it happened at such a happy time of the year. So thank you so much for all the love and all the support. I don't have enough words to express my gratitude, and I think actually the best way to thank you for all the love is by helping you in every way I can. With all the information I have, everything I know about, I think I can share it with you, and that is my way of giving you back all the love and support, all the things you've done for me and supported my work. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead. I wish you all the success. I hope you have a very happy Diwali. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.